WrestleMania has happened. The last day has happened. Night 2, WrestleMania 39. And still only really super interested in like 2 matches. It just, like, a lot of cool, again, cool, funny things happened, but not exactly the WrestleMania type shenanigans that I was expecting. But anyways, it was still fun to watch. Let's go ahead and jump right on into it. First off, we started off with Brock Lesnar versus Omos. So clearly both of these nights were like, yeah, John Cena and Brock Lesnar do not want to be here, so let's get their matches out of the way right away. Brocky Brock goes against Omos, and the interesting thing that I came up with in my predictions was Omos ends up winning due to the Hurt Business reuniting and aiding him in beating Brock Lesnar. That didn't happen. Brock kind of just won. Brock kind of, like, after getting slung around a bit and everything by Omos to showcase that he's stronger than him, eventually Brock lifted him up, hoisted his big ass up, F5'd him, German suplexed him a couple of times, and F5'd him, and that was kind of it. Brocky Brock wins. And Omos was outside of the ring and was like, I was this close. And I'm just like, buddy, you were not going to beat Brock. I'm sorry. You were not about to beat Brocky Brock. Next up, we ended up having the women's showcase match, which was weird because I feel like, and it sucks because in this match, there's a lot of very, very, very good people. Very good, talented ass motherfuckers. But it feels like the only people that anybody has any kind of stock in, like as in fans, are like Liv Morgan. Of everybody in this match, Liv Morgan is the only one that I feel that everybody unanimously likes, right? And wants to be put somewhere, put higher and everything, right? She's the only one. Whereas, like, Natty, we all know that she's a badass and great at what she does, but people, for whatever reason, don't really care that much. But one thing that she did do that was really badass was she put, shit, I forget the 2 people that she did. I think it was Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. She put both of them in the sharpshooter. Badass, like, at the same time, stacked up. So that was sick. Did Hart Foundation tag team shenanigans with Shotzi. But ultimately, randomly, Ronda Rousey just got in the ring and just tapped out shit, I don't even remember who she tapped out. She tapped somebody the fuck out. But it was just random. I think it was Shotzi. It was just random. Like, she just randomly got tagged into the ring, put her in the fucking armbar, and that was the end of the match. Oh, yeah, this is, yeah, okay, I was right. It was Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville that got put into the double, sharpshooter. We didn't even get any I don't even think that we got any fantastical entrances like we did on the first night. Everybody just kind of came out, except for Edge and Finn. But then we got the fucking bruiser of a match where Drew McIntyre, Gunther, and Sheamus kind of just beat the dog piss out of each other. They hammered down on each other. And was it fun to watch? Yeah, of course. Of course. The winner makes all of the sense in the world. It makes all of the sense in the world, but I would have loved to see Sheamus actually, you know, catch that win. Like, he has so much under his fucking wings right now. So many people are very much more under and backing him now. That is just, like, crazy that he has not won a title yet. But, hey. Beat the dog shit out of each other. It was great. But Gunther ended up being victorious, which I honestly kind of agree with. He powerbombed Sheamus onto Drew McIntyre's head. And then picked up Drew McIntyre and then powerbombed his ass too. And that was for the win. Gunther wins. He still is the Intercontinental Champion. And I agree. You shouldn't have somebody do the thing that he did. in the Royal Rumble to then have them lose, right? It kind of makes not that much sense, right? It kind of doesn't make much sense. Oh, I almost, yeah, I forgot. It was another special entrance. It was Bianca Belair. Sadly found out that, this child's fucking mom died that morning, which is wild that she still came out to do this shit. Because at that age, you would think that they would be destroyed on the inside, but strength in this little girl. Godly. Because I know even now I would not be able to come out and do this shit. But Bianca had her little special entrance. She had little, you know, the girls doing the dance and everything. Oh, Asuka had kind of a special sort of entrance as well. People with masks and shit. Sadly, though, this match was really good. This match was really fun. Bianca kind of beat the shit out of Asuka for, like, the whole beginning. And then Asuka started to get, you know, her offense in. Started to show how badass of a motherfucker she is. But she missed with the mist. And that was her downfall. That was her downfall. From that point on, she literally got countered, and then KOD'd, and bam. Bianca stayed the champion, which is a fine and dandy, you know, outcome. I love Bianca Belair, but you brought Asuka out to be this badass new version of herself to still not have a WrestleMania victory yet. like, come on now, man. When is Asuka going to get her WrestleMania win? I love Bianca. I love her. And do think that, you know, she should have had this long ass title run. But I just felt like it's that time for Asuka to, you know, have her shine on the main roster properly. But Bianca was the winner. Great match. We ended up having a random ass Shane O'Mac return, and I feel like it was kind of a botched thing. Shane came out. Snoop Dogg once again made The Miz have a match randomly. Apparently Snoop Dogg has some kind of hidden WWE power. I don't know. But he was able to make this match. It was Shane versus The Miz. And randomly, Shane, he did all of two things. And then his legs just gave out. Like, his ankle, his feet, his body, his everything just gave the fuck out. And he had to get taken out of the ring. And even The Miz looked like he was confused. So I feel like this was, like, on the fly. And hands up to fucking Snoop Dogg if this was a on-the-fly thing. Unless this was purposely put together, which it didn't feel like it, because The Miz looked very, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, he was looking around. Like, you could see in his eyes when he, like, you know, started to, like, leave Shane alone. He was looking around like, what is that supposed to happen? What is going on? But then Snoop, the entertainer that he is, got in, walloped The Miz, and took over for Shane, and pinned The Miz, and got the win. Pretty badass. So, claps and pats on the back for Snoop Dogg if this was a on-the-fly maneuver. And I feel like it was. Because even Snoop kind of looked a little confused. A little, like, distraught. But maybe it was just me. Next up, we had Finn Balor versus Edge, which is actually the match that I saw very little of because I ended up needing to run out to the store. But what I did see was pretty brutal, and that's probably why I completely forgot that there were these extravagant entrances. These were the main two that had the super entrances. We had Demon Balor, and we had, like, the Brood. Edge came out as the Angel of Darkness, basically, it seems. Hell in a Cell match. They beat the dog shit out of each other from what I saw. A lot of kendo sticks and shit. A lot of shenanigans going on. We actually had just a straight match, and hopefully now the Judgment Day versus Edge thing is over, because Edge is on Raw, whereas now it only makes sense for Judgment Day to go over to SmackDown now that Rhea is the SmackDown women's champion, right? So that should be what goes on, right? But ultimately, Edge ended up winning, which I don't know if I fully agree with, simply because when was the last time we had Demon Balor? He lost in such a stupid way, and then now he loses again, and I don't know. I feel like the Demon Balor is just kind of done now. I feel like you can't do Demon Balor anymore. But then we had all of the Hall of Fame people come out, Cool Beans, all fine and dandy. And then we had the biggest whoa ever. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. This match was goofy. This match was goofy. I very much very weird, very odd way to do things. They fought, they did their cool shenanigans. Eventually, of course, like any and every single fucking time lately, it seems, for Roman, he had to get help from Solo. Solo was kicked from the side of the ring. But of course, by the end, he came back. Sumo spiked Cody. Roman spears, and that was a wrap. That was a wrap. This was so I kind of like figured, of course, that Roman was going to win simply because he's so close to 1,000 days, and I doubt that WWE would have, you know, done the whole get that goddamn close and then not do it, not pull the trigger. I highly doubted that. But now I'm just like, where are we going from here now? So I'm kind of excited for tonight's Raw because, one, we might have some cool new people appear. Everything should get kind of sort of reset. Where and what goes on from here with the Bloodline, because Jimmy and Jay are no longer the champions anymore. Are they going to get kicked out from the Bloodline because they aren't champions anymore? Are we going to continue the Sami, Kevin Owens, Usos thing? I don't know. I have no idea at this point. And is Cody going to get another chance? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But that's it. How did you guys like WrestleMania Night 2? And how did you guys like WrestleMania as a whole, these whole 2 days? And are you excited for Raw tonight? And yeah, that's it. That's all that I got for you. Daddy Zebra, the best on YouTube, signing the fuck off. Have yourselves a nice rest of your day and a nice juicy chickadee, goddamn. Ciao.